Let's get started. First, we need to train our custom model. There are different options available there. Extract custom information from documents, extract information from invoices. So we don't go for the pre-built models. There are certain options for the custom models as well. We click extract custom information from documents. This one. Then we proceed with the create model step. Then click on create model. Then rename the model. In the Microsoft ecosystem, in the custom AI builder, we have three document templates that we can proceed. Like we have fixed template documents, we have general documents, and we have invoices. By the way, if you want a complete full video of invoices as well as how to train custom invoice model, I have a complete video already on my channel. I will also put the link in the description as well. You can watch the complete video how to train custom model and how to train invoices and get your field extracted accordingly. Now proceed towards our main focus. Currently, we are training on different types of forms and PDF. We click on fix template documents. Then we click next. The point is when we are training custom models for form, it would react differently rather than that the pre-built model and the custom AI builder model for invoices. In the invoices, we have certain pre-built installed fields available to 30 to 40. But when we move towards the fixed templates document, we don't have anything. You add the field name according to the model structure, according to the form structure you have. Let's add the field. For example, there are certain fields like text field, number field, data field, checkbox, table, and signature. You can add it any field according to your structure that will help to train and build your model with good efficiency. First, proceed with the employee name. Give me a bit, then I will be back after adding all the field names. Then we proceed with add collections of documents and tagging them. I have successfully added all of my relevant fields that are currently available in my form structure. You can see in the upper left hand side of a model, there are 17 fields, one table, and three checkbox in my current structure. You can add the fields and field types according to your available structure. Let's move towards add collections of documents. Click next. Then there is a step there we can add our collections of documents. Before we can proceed with the collections, I have certain points that I wanna clarify you. Currently, I only have a single collection because I have all the form in the same structure. I have total 20 to 25 documents. But in the real world production environment, it won't work that way. In the real world production environment, we may have multiple form formats like 10 to 12 or maybe more. So in that case, for the best efficiency, what you need to do, you can first sort all of your forms, then made the collections of. If you have 15 different formats, you made 15 different collections with each collection of 20 to 25 documents, because the more number of documents, the more number of efficiency and model trained well. Try to put 20 to 25 documents in a single collection to get the best result. Otherwise, our model won't train well, and if the model didn't train well, then it affects its efficiency and its extracting ability. Let's proceed with the adding collection, new collection. Click new collection, then name it anything, then add document. In the add documents, we have certain options. Either you can add from the device, from SharePoint, from OneDrive. There are multiple options. Currently, I have my documents in my invoice, so I can add my documents from the invoice. Click my device. Documents will take a little bit time to upload. Click upload. Currently, I have 55 documents, the same structure that I already explained. I will only create a single click. Click upload. Our documents are uploaded successfully. Now click done. Let's proceed with the tagging of documents. Click next. In the tagging, we have added fields like that. I already added 17 fields and table and everything. In the upper right hand side, we have all of our documents that need to be tagged. And this is how you can select. For example, I select the employee's name and then tag it as a employee. name. In this way, you can tag your documents. But currently, I don't have, for example, leave type in my document. For that field, so I click on that. Either the document is not available in the collection or this particular field like leave type is not available currently in the document. So because it is available in the collection, because I have when we proceed with the other forms, and so I have leave forms as well, but currently leave type is not available in the current document, so I click not available in the document. In this way you can add certain fields or also remove them from tagging to avoid the conflict between different fields accordingly. Let me tag this complete documents for you and then I will back to you in a bit. Now our document is successfully tagged, so you can see a blue text on our document as well as all the fields are successfully. If we click on that, it shows us our tag like this is employees name tag, this is department tag, this is employee ID, this is date, and this is manager name. In the same way, all the other tags are mentioned accordingly. So in this way, you can tag your document efficiently, correctly. Now proceed towards the tagging. Once I will tag all the document, I will get back to you in a bit. Let me show you how to tag a table because tagging a table is not that straightforward. It would be rather difficult for a new person or a beginner. So that's why I decided to tag a table in front of you. Then you can understand how to tag a table. As we already know, we already have added table in our collections. Let me tell you how to tag it. First, we need to select it like this way. Select the complete table, and then in a field's name, you need to select your table. Then, when you select the table in the right hand side of your model, you see add columns, add rows, add column, assign headers. And also, you have see for right hand side the advanced tagging mode is off currently. You never ever manually add columns, rows, or assign headers because it will be real pain. For example, if I try to add like and now two rows there, but if they go with manual tagging, it will be disastrous for them. It's also a time consuming as well. What you need to do, you just on the advanced tagging mode. That's it. And then it's showing you table and all the columns names of the field. I just select the item description and now it is selected in the item description. Now I move towards the quantity and then the quantity and then the unit price. Then the unit price is selected and then the total price and then the total price is selected and you just click done. In this way you can tag a table, and also if you click that, it is showing preview of our table, so we also can see the preview of our table. All of our documents tagged successfully. Now we can proceed with the next step regarding the model summary and training of model. Our model is trained on 25 different fields, one table, and six check boxes. Our model summary is document processing, document type is fixed document, and model version is V4.0. So these are some of the fields that we train for. Let's proceed with the training of our model. Click train. It will take a bit to train the model. Our model trains successfully and it comes with very good accuracy, 90%. Of course, anything that is above 85% is good because we have different structures and we have to deal with different parameters and extraction patterns. So 90% efficiency is a pretty good efficiency. These are all of the fields that we trained our model for. Before publishing it, we just have to perform a quick test to check the accuracy of extraction, how actually our model will work when we use it in our flows. So click quick test. So I will upload a sample, take a little bit time to analyze it. So it is basically showing the accuracy. So it comes with a good accuracy, 99%, 99%. So it's main, it will extract all the fields with good accuracy. So it is a good way to test your model before publish because you can get the idea which accuracy the model can extract fields data that you have trained a model. Otherwise, if you don't test it and if the efficiency drop, it won't be good for performance as well as for overall efficiency. Let's publish it. Click publish. It will take some time to publish. Now our model is published successfully. We can use this model in Power Automate. That's it for this video. Hope you guys like it. If you like the video, please follow and subscribe to my channel. Also, if you have any question, you can ask me in the comment section. And if you want more automations like that, let me know in the comment section or DM me or email me. Thanks for watching.